Well, all is not okay in the backyard of the United States. Just 160 kilometers away from the Florida coast is Cuba, and something is brewing there. On Thursday, the Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi met with his Cuban counterpart Miguel Diaz-Canel and are all in to bolster ties. From biotechnology to telecommunications, almost nothing is off the table.
از کارهایی که حتما در کمیسیون مشترک اقتصادی باید مورد توجه قرار بگیره در بخش نیروگاهی و توانایی‌هایی که جمهوری اسلامی داره، این هم حوزه‌ای است که بین ما و کوبا میتونه یه حوزه فعالی بشه و فعالیت داشته باشیم. حوزه معادن از حوزه‌هایی است که میتونه در واقع محور همکاری‌های ما با کشور کوبا باشه. من امیدوارم این نشست در جهت همفکری و هماندیشی و همگرایی بین ایران و کوبا نشست موثری باشه. من به دلیلی که
This visit is in a series of initiatives taken up by Cuba. Havana is making deliberate attempts to reach out to distant but critical allies. But before this, they were with Russia and China, two countries that have emerged as direct threats to the United States, either geopolitically or in trade. Russia and China are hitting US exactly where it hurts and wooing Cuba exactly where it will cave. Moscow and Beijing have signed deals to ease Cuba's debt burden. The communist-run country has been living under a US trade embargo. These restrictions were reinforced by former US President Donald Trump. The curbs have contributed to an unprecedented economic crisis, because of which Cuba has seen shortages of food, fuel and medicine.
Мы знаем, что незаконные санкции, в которых живет Куба, продолжаются десятилетиями. Тем не менее, кубинский народ справляется с этим. Мы со своей стороны будем делать все для того, чтобы наше экономическое взаимодействие помогало преодолевать эти привнесенные извне сложности.
Well, just last week, the Wall Street Journal reported that China has reached a secret agreement with Cuba to build an electronic eavesdropping facility on the island nation. As we said, it is very close to the US coast. So that location would let Chinese spies scoop up electronic communications in the southeast US region. This is a region which is home to a sizable portion of the nation's domestic military bases. White House officials disputed the accuracy of the report. Whether true or not, United States needs to keep its backyard in check. The threat will not always be in the form of a huge spy balloon. Sometimes it could be a Cuban Trojan horse. Our correspondent Susan Teherani sent us this report from New York.
Washington is under pressure not to appear soft against China. There is a rare bipartisan consensus that a tougher approach to Beijing is the path to go. President Biden, even as he's mentioned that he's open to dialogue with Beijing, he's also called China America's greatest geopolitical challenge. The United States has imposed a barrage of sanctions against Chinese officials and companies and has, for the most part, tried to cut off China from critical technology globally as well. Still, many in Washington believe that the Biden administration has been overly accommodating to China. Few officials are holding their breath for some kind of breakthrough in Antony Blinken's visit to China, which is the first of a Secretary of State since 2018. Susan Teherani reporting from New York for WION World is One.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.